Bought my first car for $500, mint condition, 72 VW Army green hatchback with a metal steering wheel, thinly wrapped in pinhole leather. 2 years later, the seasoned dealer who answered my ad tried to get me to lower the price by repeating my name in a syrupy auctioneer drawl. Jill, you bought it for $500 and you're trying to sell it for $8. Can't expect it to gain in value after you drove it. 10 minutes later, he handed me $8 crisp $100. Thank you. My second car was lemon yellow. From a waitress I worked with at Charlie's restaurant, I only made $100 a week, but the car cost $3 with no defrost. But those cars usually don't, and what do you expect from a transaction that took place in a parking lot late February night? The car ran for a while until, well, it just didn't. It just didn't. And every time I was scheduled to shift at the restaurant, tenants cascaded out of buildings, inspecting their bumpers, hoping that they weren't parked behind or in front. But I ignored their disapproving faces, confident I could master the wreck like a cowboy tames a bronc. My next car was even cheaper, and that's because it wasn't officially a color, just primer waiting to rub off. I saw a sign for $150 in a Suburban wagon and wondered, well, how my luck had changed. Well, it hadn't, as evidenced when I drove home, parked on a hill. Neighbors eyeballed me as I inched back and forth, rudely swaying and jerking gears in my automatic atrocity, with fumes reeking like a plastics plant. And every time I was scheduled to shift at the restaurant, tenants cascaded out of buildings, inspecting their bumpers, hoping they weren't parked behind or in front of me. But I ignored their disapproving faces, confident I could master the wreck like a cowboy tames a bronc. And that spring I went off to New York City, filling the car with old sketchbooks I couldn't carry aboard the train. I drove around the corner to a mall and said my farewells to that car, never knowing what became of the heap or the sketchbooks. And every time I was scheduled to shift at the restaurant, tenants cascaded out of buildings, inspecting their bumpers, hoping they weren't parked behind or in front of me. But I ignored their disapproving faces, confident I could master the wreck like a cowboy tames a bronc.